Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted change so bad to the point you fear it, so you resist making that change? And it has absolutely nothing to do with the how it will happen or the lack of a capability, but the belief that we were taught that the change we want to make is too impossible to achieve. On today's video, I want to share with you the psychological, the emotional, spiritual, and physical reasons why we fear change in itself, and realizing the fear that we feel is not as powerful as we think it is. And we can start recognizing how much more powerful than we are in fear itself. Because realize this, there's two ways to look at fear. You can either see fear as fuck everything and run, or face everything and rise. Gooch, beautiful beings. Welcome back, AwakenOnes, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love. You know who you is, and I hope that you do. I am an energetic activator here to assist you on your journey to awaken to things you have yet to see on emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical level. Other than that, beautiful beings, before we jump right into it, I would greatly appreciate you by liking this video and subscribing to this channel, and also go check out my services, healing course, my Etsy shop, and as well as my new podcast, Mystifying Reality, now on Spotify. Now, other than that, beautiful beings, let's jump right into why we fear change. Now, I want to get into the all reasons, as in psychological, emotional, spiritual, and physical reason why we fear change. Now, like I said in the beginning, fear in itself, two ways to look at it: fuck everything and run, or face everything and rise. Now, we look at fear as something that's in front of us, as like a monster or something that is an entity that's trying to torture us. So we allow it to make us stagnant. But the beautiful thing is that you can look at it two ways. You can look at it that way and allow it to hold you back, or you could push it behind you and make that bitch push you to move forward. Now, I say this with a lot of love, because a lot of us have all these resistance towards the things that we want, the dreams that we want to make come true, and the things that we know we're capable of having, and the ideas that are so submerged within our mind that we want to bring them to life. And we desire all these things, but yet we feel like we're not capable of making it happen. Yes, we were taught to believe that everything we want is impossible to achieve. But here's the thing, when you got a vision, it has nothing to do with your family, with your friends, with your lover, with your parents. It has everything to do with you and for you. So it's not up to you to share it with anyone, because of course people's opinions are going to get in the way, because their belief system is, if I can't do it, then you can't do it either. So there's no point of thinking bigger. But the thing is, you guys, the reason why we have this vision, the reason why we feel like we're meant for more and why we deserve to have more, is because that's who we're meant to be. That part of us already exists on another dimensional level. We just have to tap into it and tune into it. But sometimes we're not able to, because of these four reasons why we hold ourselves back. Now on a psychological level, it all comes down to understanding the brain works like a computer, a machine. It has stored memories and suppressed files. You look at it, memories are files of where our belief systems are rooted. Now, when we keep triggering those belief systems, when we want to create a new idea, a new business, go after an adventure, or start a new hobby, or dance, sing, do things that make our soul so joyful, when we want to go after that, we feel a sense of self-doubt. We feel a sense of not worthy enough. That is just a file within your brain, psychologically repeating that on repeat, because that is a formal pattern that you actually inherited and it was projected onto you. And when we have that belief and it triggers us within our mind on an emotional level, it creates these sense of chemical imbalances that make our nervous system feel uncomfortable about believing in it. And that's when we get into the physical essence of it, of where the body feels too uncomfortable to make those moves because it's so unfamiliar. And then on a spiritual level, our spirit is what makes up this physicality. So therefore, our spirit is in this rigidness and stubbornness where we believe that our soul is not meant to be expressed or shine. It's not meant to shine bright and outshine people that came before us or people that are around us, because we think we have to remain small. But the thing is, the reason why we operate this way is because it's so familiar to us. It's so crazy how people stay in suffering, people sabotage, people stay in pain, people abuse themselves emotionally through substances or through sex, or through hanging out with particular people that don't serve you, or ignore your intuition. It's because it's familiar. That's how the mind, that's how the spirit, that's how the body and the emotions work. It stays where it's familiar with. Therefore, this is why we feel like change is too hard to make, because it's so unfamiliar to go towards something that's so unknown, because we were never that person that we envision. But the thing is, the reason why you could look at fear this way, face everything and rise, is because fear is not here to torment you or to traumatize you. Fear is actually here to show you what capabilities you have yet to tap into. That's all it is. Fear could be your best friend, the same way anger could be your best friend, same way sadness could be your best friend. There's a huge difference between making these things your allies than making things your badge of honor. Because most people look at their suffering, their pain as a badge of honor. When they hear someone who has a painful story, they'll be like, oh, it's probably not as worse as what I went through. That's kind of like a badge of honor. Where you look at these things as an ally, realizing, I know these things have held me back. But instead of allowing them to make me stagnant and suppress myself, how can I look at it in a way where it's going to serve me rather than hurt me? Perspective is everything. It's just a matter of how much do you love yourself? How much do you, and that's funny, I was about to say, how much do you care for your dreams? Because look, so behind me, dream, baby. Dream to the point that you don't stay asleep, but the point that you want to wake up and make that come to life. What's crazy, you guys, is that, we distract ourselves from the things that we want to create. And we do that through movements. And what's crazy is that we continuously move in the same patterns and structures of ways of being and thinking, to the point it could cause us to distract ourselves and not really focus on what we want. But what if movement is distraction and stillness is discernment? What if you allow yourself to stay in the stillness of feeling uncomfortable, feeling the unfamiliarity of what you want, and actually sit with what's uncomfortable and really look at it and observe it in a way that we never observed it before? I'm saying this because the body's the temple. We have all the resources to make what we want happen and come to life. It's just a matter of how much you're going to use the resources of your mind to be not the master of you, but to be the tool to help you master thyself. How much are you going to allow yourself to feel your emotions to the point it's an indicator that something is out of alignment, to the point you can help yourself get back into alignment and actually feel and be the version that you want to be, rather than staying the person that you don't want to be? The body itself, the movement of the body, helps you manifest these things into life. And the spirit that lies within you is the inner child saying that I deserve to have this. This is my joy. This is my legacy. This is my truth. We fear change because we think we're not resourceful. We think it's impossible. But you guys, when we can allow ourselves to get uncomfortable, when we can allow ourselves to get excited of the unknown, when we could allow ourselves to see, how I've been acting, what I've been entertaining, who I'm around, what I've been doing. When we could start getting tired of that, we could start to realize getting uncomfortable is more comfortable than staying in familiarity. For me, for instance, I always used to fear being alone, being abandoned, not having friends. And lately, the more I've come to accept that it's okay if I never have these things, when I started to accept that maybe my dreams won't come to life, maybe I won't meet my soul tribe, maybe I won't get that abundance, when I started to really accept these things and feel them, things started to really like shift for me. Like, I'll give you an example. So the other day, I haven't been able to sleep, like fully sleep throughout the night. And I would distract myself with movement. But I ended up getting a Reiki by a really great friend that I met. Very beautiful, beautiful soul. I'm so thankful for her. She did Reiki on me, the best Reiki I ever had in my life. And I remember that like witching hour that morning. I finally allowed myself to sit in that stillness, stay still, not distract myself with being on the phone, listening to things, being on social media. I sat still within that uncomfortability. And I recognized that, wow, I felt so rejected all my life, rejected by my dreams, rejected by people, rejected by love, rejected by my self-love. And it got really deep to the point that I observed it without identifying it. But I was allowing my body to express itself, allowing that version of me to express itself. Because we got to be thankful for the old version of us that's going to help us get to the new version of us. So I allowed myself to express itself. And I remember my last therapy session, we did EMDR, which is like tapping. And it helps bring back suppressed memories that actually are creating blockages within our life. And there was a memory that came up, very uncomfortable one, when I went through a sexual trauma and stuff. And I remember my little self running to the room, and I'm just sitting there by myself, and I believed that I was just rejected by life. And I felt it at that very moment, reliving it. And it got so deep to the point, it's like, if I'm going to be really honest with myself, I feel like God has rejected me. I feel like spirit has rejected me. And just thinking about it makes me want to cry, but not out of a sense of sadness, but out of a sense of relief, because I'm finally accepting. When we don't accept what we feel, we suppress it, and that suppression makes us go into move it to the point we distract ourselves by not sitting with it. Because when we can't face what hurts us, when we can't face what bothers us, when we can't face what holds us back, we're never going to be able to overcome it. If anything, it's still going to be there, and we're going to try and make all these changes, but we're not accepting what's already within us in order to allow it to flow away. Acceptance is an allowance and a surrenderance to let something be heard and known in order to let it go. It's a real such a paradox, but when I accepted that rejection on a deep level, I felt such a surmount of gratitude, because it made me realize, damn, did I really miss out on anything, or did I really need to learn some lessons? Because there's lessons and blessings. I mean, there's blessings and lessons. That's what I meant. There's blessings and lessons. So when I realized that, the next day, I started having new people pop into my life. People asked me to go out places. People invited me to places, like opportunities I've been waiting for, money I've been waiting for has just been popping off left and right. People from my past coming back to apologize. People from my past just looking, just watching out for me on social media and stuff like that. I started to realize all these things because I finally accepted something that was creating the biggest blockage. And the blockage was, I thought that everything I want rejects me, so I had to keep trying, keep trying. And here's the thing, you guys, when we don't accept what we are already feeling, we're going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. But the thing we really got to do is just sit still with it and accept it. The same way when we want to change life, or we're not appreciative of the life that we have, we're not accepting where we are in order to feel a sense of surrenderance, because acceptance brings surrenderance and trust, and then therefore you just flow. But when we resist accepting where we are, then we resist who we're really meant to be. It's such a paradox. But when I realized this within myself, it really made me see that there's nothing to fear about change, but every reason to get excited about it, to the point that you don't have to hold on to the past. You don't have to be like everyone you've been around. You don't have to be like your parents. You don't have to keep believing in this life that you grew up in. You can start really allowing yourself not just to manifest, but to see that you never had to manifest. You never had to become someone that you think you are not meant to be because these visions are so unknown. No, it's more of the fact that, damn, it's so easy when you allow yourself to say and believe that it is easy. It's so meant to be when you allow yourself to actually have these visions and come up with a plan for it. Guys, things can be so easy and simplistic when you allow yourself to face the fear and the resistance and see that it's only here to assist you to see how much are you going to push yourself? How powerful are you going to allow yourself to be? How much are you going to shine to the point that you allow yourself to be fucking exuberantly happy regardless of where your physical circumstances is at, because you know damn well around the corner what you desire is right there. And you're not fearful to go through the pain. You're not fearful to go through the heartache. You're not fearful to go through the breakup, to go through the losses, to go through the failure, because you know it's all fucking part of the process. Why we fear change is because we keep listening to motherfuckers around us. Is because we keep believing in the old ways of we used to be. Because we keep thinking that who we are right now is not capable of being something new. That's it. So you guys, the way to stop fearing change is by allowing yourself to feel the fear and fucking do it anyways. Just fucking do it anyways. Get out your comfort zone. Try new things. Meet new people. Do the things that you fucking want. Spend that goddamn money on the motherfucking trip. You know? Get that house. Get that apartment. Get that car. Get that woman. Get that guy. Dress different. Change up your hair. You know, go after that business, create those ideas. You know, you guys, fucking go for it. Because at the end of the day, wouldn't you want to say on your deathbed, you're proud of the person you are because you went after the shit that scared the fuck out of you? Or would you rather be that person that most people are in the graveyard with untapped potential of, damn, I wish I would have done that. I wish that would have happened. I regret that. I regret not saying that. I regret not doing that. Let me know. Which one would you rather choose? Because I'm such a fucking risk taker to the point I go to the extreme. That's even in my human design too. I'm such a risk taker that I go to the extreme because I have that courage, because most people don't have that courage, and I'm able to learn that wisdom and bring it to you guys to be a fucking inspiration. Because I know damn well if I don't take those risks, I'm gonna fucking regret them. I know damn well if I don't let people go, I'm going to fucking regret neglecting my dreams and myself. And if I don't allow myself to feel and look and be who I know I'm meant to be, I'm not going to say I hate myself, but I'm really going to be disappointed in myself. So you guys, this is the life that you were given. I'm not saying live it to the fullest only. What I am saying is fucking take advantage of it and have fun with taking advantage of it. Allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to lose. Allow people to go. Allow this rejection to be felt. Allow yourself to see the pain, to see yourself cry. Because at the end of the day, when you do that, you will allow yourself to release it and accept it and realize it's okay. And then all of a sudden, It's like the universe says, oh, you're accepting it? You're allowing yourself to let it go? I'm going to bring something better for you. I'm going to bring in what you've been wanting. I'm going to bring in the things you've been putting on a pedestal because you stopped putting it on a motherfucking pedestal. It gets to a point when you start putting yourself on the pedestal and everything that you desire and want and you think that you lost, it's like when you start putting yourself on the pedestal, all those things end up coming back to you. All those people end up coming back to you. Those opportunities start coming to you. The money starts coming to you. The trip starts coming to you. All the good shit that you've been wanting starts coming to you because you finally have accepted what you felt, started to get uncomfortable, started to see the unfamiliar as so damn distorted to the point you're tired of that version of yourself and you're ready. You're just fucking ready to go. Get on board, you guys. Get on board with what your heart wants. Get on board with what your mind is trying to push you to do. Get on board. Yo, use fear as your motherfucking piggyback, bro. Make that bitch give you a piggyback ride, man. I'm just... Because I've had so many things shift in my life that I'm so grateful I'm taking risk. Because I know I'm never, ever going to regret going to the extreme, and I want you guys to do that, because you'll never find out if you're going to receive what you want if you don't fucking try what's unfamiliar. But other than that, you guys, I really hope this served you in a way where it activated you and it made you uncomfortable, but to the point that you want to face that uncomfortability. If it did, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this video to other people who need it, because we're all starting to awaken and face everything and rise. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and go down in the description box below so you can listen to my new podcast on Spotify, as well as check out my new Etsy shop, my healing course, and the services I render that will be of assistance to you. So then, you guys, only love, and I'll see you on the next one.